Hello fellow knowledgeables, my name is VideoJames, and I'm going to be doing something different for the rest of this week. So, as you guys know, usually in the week I'll have stuff scheduled, like the how to uses, those always come up on Monday, Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke, that always happens on Tuesday, and Zelda typically usually happens on Saturday, unless something screws up, then it'll be pushed to Sunday, or it'll be moved to next week altogether. And basically, I'm going to be doing those this week, but I'm going to be changing the rest of the content. So basically, for the rest of this week, I'm going to be doing nothing but online quizzes about stuff that either you guys suggest, or stuff that I actually am I guess, what's the right word? A hearty admirer of, I guess, would be the right word. I didn't want to say big fan, because that's, like, too generic. Because, like, being a fan of something can apply to anything. You can look at a thing of Oreos and say, like, oh yeah, I'm a fan of Oreos. But that can be different from, like, being a fan of a certain movie franchise. Because when it comes to a movie franchise, you can know all the details about it and know, like, a bunch of hidden facts that no one else will know. But when it comes to Oreos, you really only need to know one thing. They're Oreos. They're delicious. So we're going to be starting out with a How to Train Your Dragon quiz, of course, because it's, like, my second favorite thing in the world after Transformers. And this one is basically, it's going to be, can you name all these dragons, basically. And I don't know how well I'm going to do, because I haven't seen this quiz yet. However, that it's not going to be like a silhouette one, because I tried to find a silhouette one to make it a bit harder for myself. Unfortunately, that did not work. Alright, so the first one, this quiz is very long, so grab something to eat if you want. Let's start off easy. What dragon is this? Of course, it's Toothless. And yeah, they're right, this is 56 questions long. Okay, I picked a good one. That was another thing, too, was I wasn't even looking at the question number. I was just like, okay, pick one. Oh, this one's nice. Boop. Because a lot of these were, like, personality quizzes, rather than just how well do you know. So, yeah, I picked a good one. I don't know if I'll skip any chunks of this, but who knows. Let's see. Light Fury, Night Fury, Devilish Dervish. That's actually a creepy dragon. I kinda creeped out by that thing's design. Or the Triple Strike. That is, of course, the Night Fury. Very close to the Light Fury, which, by the way, is actually a subspecies of the Night Fury. Which dragon is this? That is, I believe, a Natter, but the colors are actually of Stormfly. So, yeah, Deadly Natter. Also, when I first saw How to Train Your Dragon 2, and I saw, like, the little scuttle claws, I thought those were, like, baby Natters, and I'm like, why are they giving them different names? Those are literally tiny little Natters. But, turns out they're a whole nother different species, which is odd, because in the movie they even refer to them as baby dragons. Which dragon is this? That is a Gronkle. So we got Hot Burple, Quaken, Grapple Grounder, and Gronkle. Oddly enough, all of those dragons are in the Boulder class. Alright, I skipped a couple of questions just because they were kind of easy. Just because they were kind of like off the bat questions. What dragon is this? That is actually the Armor Wing. Also, I saw like, it was Hello Future Me's video on YouTube. But, I saw his video saying that the Armor Wing and the Bonapper might be the same kind of dragon, and I actually don't think that's that far off, so plug for him and let me know what you guys think. But that is a Bonapper. Which dragon is this? That is the Buffalord. Is it Buffalord or Bufalord? I don't know. Which dragon is this? That is the Quaken. Technically the Catastrophic Quaken, but Quaken nonetheless. And my boy, the Death... I love this thing. This is one of my favorite dragons. And it's absolutely amazing. Wait. If I click Death Song, is it going to be wrong? Because in the show, the species is called Death Song. And there's the Death Song and there's Garf. But then in the game and everywhere, it's... the Death Song is a different species, is a different part of the species. And the actual whole name of the species is the Slither Song. I'm gonna go with Death Song just because... it said this quiz was based off of the show. So, I might be wrong, I might not. What dragon is this? That, I believe, is the Devilish Dervish. I don't think that's the Windwalker. That's probably the Devilish Dervish. That's the Dromelion, and I actually just got that dragon from the, event they had with the, what was it, the Sniffle Hunch, I think, was? But, yeah, that is the Dromelion. One of my dragons, just because there's a really cool kind of mystery behind it. So that is the Sentinel Dragon. I have the Fireworm Queen. Okay. Well, is it gonna... yeah, it's Fireworm Queen. Okay. Yeah, because see, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Because there's differences between, like, the show, book, and movie on what dragons are which. So, like, in the game, a regular like in Rise of Berk, a regular fireworm is called a fireworm princess, and you can't get a tiny little fireworm, but a big fireworm is technically a fireworm queen. What dragon is this? That is, I believe, the Flame Whipper. I know it's not the fireworm queen or the Natter. And there's my second favorite dragon, the Flightmare. Yep, let's go. My second favorite. I absolutely adore the Flightmare. That is the Grapple Grounder. That's kind of weird how the head's looking. The head looks a little weird on that one. What dragon is this? Aren't you the one... You're the one that, like, yeah. They're the dragons that, like, live on Vanaheim and, like, shoot their teeth at stuff. So the Grim Gnasher. Which one is this? That is the Grunsicle. Not to be confused with the Grunkle. That is the Mold Ruffle. Oddly enough, I think that's actually the primary color of the Mold Ruffle. What dragon is this? Ooh. I'm not sure, because that looks like a Thunderclaw. It kind of looks like a Thunderclaw because of the face, but I'm gonna go with Mudraker. That's a Night Terror, I know that much. That is a Prickleboggle. I believe I just got that dragon too not too long ago. That one is a Raincutter, which I absolutely despise, just because they had a gauntlet recently in Rise of Berk, and they had you basically fighting 15 of these things to the point where it was impossible to win. Hey, Skullcrusher, when did you get here? What dragon is this? That is the Sandwrath, which some people also think might be a close relative of the Night Fury, because it is similar in body structure, I will admit, and it does have a similar size to the Night Fury. And we got the Screaming Death. That thing was such a whiny little son of a... I mean, literally the only thing it wanted was its mom, so it's like, okay, I break everything until I get her. What dragon is this? That is the Scuttleclaw. See what I mean? They look like baby Natters, but they're technically a different species. And you know they look like Natters, so you would think they'd be baby Natters, and you know in the movie they called them babies, but they're technically not even babies, they're just a different species. The Shockjaw is actually odd. Like, I'm confused by it, and the Sea Shocker, just because they're both dragons that live underwater, but they're able to harness electricity. Like, how do they not, like, electrocute themselves? And that would be the Shovel Helm. Although, why does that one look like it's got a huge pot belly? That is the Silver Phantom, a dragon that I actually really want to show up in Rise of Berk. His tail, and I don't really like them. We got my boy, the Skrill. The Skrill is my third favorite. Also, speculation that the Skrill and Toothless might be, like, relatives as well, because we saw in one of the trailers for How to Train Your Dragon 3 that Toothless is technically able to harness lightning, kind of like the Skrill. So I kind of want to know if that's actually confirmed. Liquefier. And that is actually the Slither Song. So, okay, so this is what I meant. You see how that's a Slither Song and the other one was a Death Song? This one is technically what the whole species is, and the Death Song on its own is like a unique one. That is the Snapfang, and I believe that's Lump from the second movie. What dragon is this? That is the Snaptrapper. And those things have like an odd kind of way that they survive. So, like, one of them, I believe, in the description of it on the Wikia, it smells like chocolate, and that for some reason brings the Vikings towards it. I don't know. Snaptrappers are weird. Right. I got the Speed... Again, my fourth favorite boy. Love it. Love the Speed Stinger. That would be a Stormcutter. What is that coloration? I don't think I've ever seen a Stormcutter that color before. Is that supposed to be a Sweet Death? Because that don't look like a Sweet Death. It looks like Wild Mutt if Wild Mutt had wings and a horn. And we get the Terrible Terror. That's like the generic dragon that everybody knows from How to Train Your Dragon is the Terrible Terror. Just because they use it in such a comedic way that you can't forget it. Is a Thunder Drum, and I believe that picture is Tornado. Ironic we would have two Thunder Dragons in a row because that is a Thunderpede. A Timberjack, and those things, like, those ones creep me out as well, just because their bodies are so small that it doesn't really seem like they should have any organs. So it confuses me how they live. Plus, they have no legs and no arms, so they kind of can't sit down anywhere unless they coil up their tails like a spring. Okay, that was not a good thing. So, when I went to click Timberjack, the thing didn't read as Timberjack, and it read as Typhoomerang, and it accidentally clicked Typhoomerang. So, that's going to mean I'm going to be 1 off. But I do know for a fact that this dragon is a triple strike. Let me just make sure that's clear down here. Hey, it's Torch! What's up? I really like that episode of the show. There are a few episodes of the show that I like, but some of the times when they bring back the dragons that they found as like babies and they're all grown up, that's kind of one of the ones that I like. But Torch is actually a type boomerang. The Whispering Death is another one I really like, just because the Whispering Death is one of those eerie dragons. I actually like its kind of design. What dragon is this? Ooh. It's not a Tide Glider or a Skrill, although I don't know why it has lightning around it, so Windwalker? What dragon is this? That's a Woolly Howl. Again, very similar to the Sandwrath and the Night Fury, so maybe subspecies connection? And the last one is actually a Skullgrin. And I think that's the exotic one, too. Percent, you answered 55 out of 56 questions correctly. Okay, so I'm assuming the percent that's below the picture is actually right. Okay, well, that actually wasn't too bad. I mean, again, I did kind of misclick with the Typhoomerang / Timberjack, but actually did better than I thought I would. I didn't... Because I know all of the dragons, but some of them I get the names confused. Although, to be fair with this one, it was kind of easy, because there were only 3 answers, and it was kind of blaringly obvious which answers were wrong, because they were all, like, really common dragons. Also, I'm surprised there wasn't stuff like the Slitherwing in here, because that was a dragon too. Like, why didn't that one get a spotlight or anything? For now, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys want to go check out this quiz. I actually did have fun with this, and honestly, it did remind me of a lot of my favorite dragons. But if you guys did like this video, you can slap the like button as always, and I'll see all you beautiful people in the next video.